Hey y'all, Scott here.
It's me, the Creek Gremlin. What is your opinion on Washington setting cabinet meetings in the 4-year presidential terms as precedents?
I think he did a pretty good job as president. He chose his cabinet members carefully so they could help him run the U.S.'s economy and run the country. I also thought that was a good idea to set 4-year terms as precedent, as there's no limit on how long someone can be a president in the Constitution.
Good, you may now pass. Hello, fellow comrade. How are you on this fine day?
I am doing pretty good.
That's pretty good. Can you tell me something about Hamilton's economic plans? I forgot it, and I need you to help me unforget.
Well, I believe it was a very smart plan. He wanted to pay off all national debt and gradually repay bonds. However, his plan caused some disagreements because paying full value on bonds would allow speculators to make a profit. Moving on, Hamilton also wanted to create a national bank, a place where the government would be able to safely store its money. He also wanted to build a national mint so the U.S. could begin creating its own money.
Wow, thank you, Eli. You have helped me unforget all these things about Hamilton's economic plan. Is there anything I can do for you, Eli?
Yeah, go tell Ryan to fix Colin's yard.
Wow, Nate, this old Indian hut is really cool.
Yes, it really is. I wonder what other things we can find out here.
Yes, I believe we should list what we have found in spite of this Indian old hut.
Yes, we talked to Sacagawea and she really helped us with learning what we have found.
Also, don't forget, we used the Missouri River to find the Pacific Ocean. And along the way, we found over 150 new kinds of plants and 100 new kinds of animals.
But the most important thing is, we established trade with the Native Americans.
Man, I'm so tired though after all that.
Wow, this is a nice view. It makes you wonder what it would be like if the world was different, especially if there weren't no political parties.
Yeah, well, after Washington stepped down as president, 2 large political parties formed and began a new era in U.S. politics.
Yeah, after he left, the Federalist and Democratic Republican parties formed, and their different views. Business people in the cities usually supported the Federalists, and farmers in more isolated areas usually supported the Democratic Republicans.
There were also a lot of political conflict too, like how the Republicans called John Adams a royalist, an insult to a man so involved in the Revolution, and how the Federalists accused the Republicans of favoring the French. But in the end, the Federalists defeated the Republicans in the presidential election, and now we are where we are today.
Wow, we are in Ohio.
Yes.
This isn't America, this is Ohio!
Yes, in 1802, the Americans got an offer to buy Louisiana when negotiating with the French. When America tried to buy New Orleans, Charles Talleyrand offered all of Louisiana.
Yes, the French needed the money from Louisiana to purchase military supplies so they could focus on the war with Britain. The French sold Louisiana for $15 million, but Thomas Jefferson was troubled because he was a strict constructionist and did not like spending large sums of public money.
But he agreed to purchase it because he thought it would be best for the country.
Isn't America very fair?
Yes, what would the United States of America be like without this independent court system?
Well, the courts wouldn't be very fair without it. The judges would be making decisions based on influence and pressure.
Wow, if it wasn't for the Judiciary Act of 1789, the U.S. would be in chaos. The separation of the court system, creating a new federal court system, really did improve our freedoms. Thomas Jefferson definitely revolutionized our country by signing that bill.
What a marvelous establishment of an independent court system.
Hey Colin, do you remember the Monroe Doctrine?
I think I do, but I'm too lazy to think about anything productive right now because I am not at my computer, so I can't use Google to refresh my memory.
Alright, well anyways, Mexico broke free of Spain in 1821. The U.S. President James Monroe got worried because he thought the other European countries might try to take control of newly independent countries in Latin America.
Oh yeah, and he was also worried about how Russia was interested in the northwest coast of North America, so he put together a document called the Monroe Doctrine. It was basically warning to other European countries, telling them not to interfere with the Americas. It also said some other things, like how the U.S. would not interfere with things going on in European countries, and how the U.S. would not interfere with the existing colonies, and lastly, that the Western Hemisphere was off limits to any further colonization. Any attempts to do so would be considered as a hostile act.
Well, that's pretty much it. Let's go meet everyone else in the bar.
Alright, let's go.
Whoa, Zach, did you know that the War of 1812 increased American manufacturing?
Wow, Colin, that's really cool. And Americans also won one-on-one battles with British warships, even though the British had hundreds more than the Americans. The Americans were better trained, but most of the warships were spread all over the globe.
The British also burned down some very important buildings in Washington, D.C., such as the Capitol Building and White House. Also, the assault on D.C. After the assault on D.C., British tried to capture the Mississippi River. However, Andrew Jackson led a very patriotic group of 2,071 volunteers. Even though they were outnumbered, Jackson caught them in a field, and almost half the British were wounded or killed, while the Americans had around 70 casualties.
Yes, this battle also made Andrew Jackson a hero in the U.S. and caused a lot of patriotism.
Let's go, Eli. Come at me, son. Oh, you're gonna lose, Eli.
Oh, he's getting me. Oh, I just grabbed you. No, I'm done.
Eli. Throw the thingy. The shopping cart. Throw a thingy.
Yeah, get Zach, please.
Oh, frick.
I'm not giving any steps. Wow, super effective. It's super effective. Don't come down. You get a nice soccer man. Soccer man. Yeah, fuck it. Yeah. No, he's got my leg.